Okay, in this video, I'm going to introduce the gradient vector, which will have a lot of implications for our work that's coming forward, that's coming ahead, but it also helps us define or redefine or rename the directional derivative. So we saw in previous videos that the directional derivative in the direction of the unit vector u, whose components are u1, u2, is the partial derivative of f with respect to x times u1 times the partial derivative of f with respect to y times u2. We also saw that this is in fact a dot product of two vectors. We can write this as the dot product of the vector whose components are the partial derivatives of f with the unit vector in which we want to find our directional derivative, the slope of the tangent line. So note that because this is a dot product, the directional derivative gives you a scalar value. It gives you the slope of the tangent line on the surface in the direction of u. Now, this vector is called the gradient. So let's define the gradient. The gradient of f, given that f is a differentiable function at xy, the gradient is a vector-valued function. So this is a vector that we use the symbol upside down triangle f of xy, and that will be just the components are the partial derivatives of our surface. So del f del x, del f del y. We can also write this as the partial derivative with respect to x at our point xy times our vector I plus the partial derivative with respect to y at xy times our vector j. Now, this symbol is actually an operator that finds the partial derivatives or finds derivatives. So it's an operator that acts on our function f and gives us a vector function, right? So that is a vector function whose components are the partial derivatives of f. Vector function means that the outputs will be vectors. The symbol that we use for the gradient is called del, as is, our curly D. It's also the nabla symbol, right? So the name of the symbol is nabla. That's the name of the actual symbol, but we also call it del, and it represents the gradient. It is an operator that acts on a function to give us the derivative. In this case, when our function is a surface, the output is a two-dimensional vector. So notice our vector here, the output is in 2D, even though our surface is in 3D. We will make some more notes in the following video when we interpret what the gradient tells us about our surface and about the level curves on our surface. But for now, let's just try an example finding the gradient to a surface at a point. So let's find the gradient for f at the point 3, 2, given the function f of xy equals x squared plus 2xy minus y cubed. So our gradient, del f of 3, 2, or nabla f of 3, 2, will be the partial derivative of f with respect to x at that point. So at 3, 2, that's the first component. Second component will be the partial derivative of f with respect to y at the point 3, 2. So let's find our partial derivatives. So we see that partial of f with respect to x, remember this means we're holding y constant, that will be 2x plus 2y. The partial derivative of f with respect to x at 3, 2, well, we'll just plug in our values for x and y. So that's 2 times 3 because x is 3, plus 2 times 2 since y is 2, and this is 6 plus 4, which gives us a 10. Let's then find the partial derivative of f with respect to y and evaluate it at our point. So partial f with respect to y, remember this time we're holding x constant in our function when we take the derivative. So the derivative of x squared will be 0. The derivative of 2xy will just be 2x. And the derivative of a negative y cubed will be minus 3y squared. And let's evaluate this partial derivative at the point 3, 2. So evaluated at the point 3, 2, we will get 2 times 3 minus 3 times 2 squared, which is 4. So this is 6 minus 12, or negative 6. So our gradient vector at 3, 2 is the vector whose components are 10, negative 6. And we will try to understand what the gradient tells us in the following video.